Good morning, everyone. How's everyone feeling today? Welcome to our class. We're going to be looking here at working on getting some more control after your spinal surgery. So I know that all of you have already been assessed and you're all ready to go back into the class setting, but always obviously just remember to work within your own limits. We are going to be doing some nerve stretches and that kind of thing, which, as you know, is really important for you guys, but always obviously just work within your own limits, especially with regards to that. And if anyone needs any modifications, obviously just feel free to ask me there as well. Okay, so we're going to start off just with a little warm-up in standing. So we're going to come into our nice parallel lines again through our legs. And I want us just to soften through the knees, lengthen up through the thighs, and let's just use our pelvic diamond here. So bringing those hands into your diamond shape and checking that they're going to come and rest in that nice flat position for our neutral spine. Going to just soften the rib cage down and smile through the collarbones and grow really nice and tall like a giraffe neck. Good work. Okay, so just take a moment now just to think about that center. So I know you all know how to engage that center, so use the cue again that works best for you, just to think about engaging gently. So we might be thinking again about that pelvic floor. So we might have just had a cup of tea and we need to hold on now till the end of the class. Or we're thinking about our low slung belt just tightening up a notch or two. So we're going to start off imagining that you're standing within a hula hoop. So imagine that there's a hoop around your feet, and we're going to circle within that hoop. So just transferring the weight again, and just feel again which muscles might be working. So you might get some things happening around the feet, the knees. Again, you might feel a little bit more engagement through that tummy as we just circle. Good. Okay, we're going to come back and rest in the middle. And now we're going to place that hoop around at hip level. So we're going to go in the opposite direction. And now we're going to circle within the hoop. But still allow the body to follow. So you might feel again now different muscle activation because we're thinking about more movement potentially through that pelvic area. So that might bring a little bit more focus again into the abdominals. So just allowing that weight transfer, but keeping the feet in contact. Good. Coming to rest again in the middle. We're now going to bring the hoop around our neck, and we're going to do the same thing. So still circling, almost like we're standing in a cylinder. So again, we might feel again different things working. Just bringing that body around in our nice circular motion. Beautiful. Good. So now let's come and rest again, where we've got nice even pressure through each of our feet. And we're thinking about that little tripod. So we've got that even pressure through the big toe, little toe, and heel. And we've got our little blueberry just underneath our arch that we don't want to squash. So we're nice and active through our feet. So we're going to start off just with some simple rises. So we're going to float the arms up in front. And we're going to just float the heels off the floor and fold back down. Good. So keeping, again, that nice parallel alignment through the legs, just floating up and down. So think about spreading the weight. Oh, that's my ankle, sorry, having a good click. And again, just allowing that movement. So again, think about that little blueberry on the way back down. Good. So just working through the range in your ankles as we float up. Good. Excellent. This time, we're going to come up to the top. We're going to hold that. And then it's the opposite arm and leg. So I know this is sometimes challenging. Other arm there. Yep, we got it. And then we're going to switch from side to side. So think about almost being a little cork in the water, just bobbing up and down. So we're not swishing the hips from side to side. Just working through that range in the knees and the feet. Thinking about the hips pointing forwards. Good. So just nice activation through the knees. Warming up again through those ankles. Nice functional movement of our walking. Let's speed that up a little bit. Still focusing on good alignment as we switch. Good. Good work. Last two. And folding back down. Okay, so we're going to again go into some simple squats. So imagining that there's a bar stool behind you, and you're just going to sit your bottom down towards the stool and squeeze back up. So again, weight into the heels and squeezing back up. Good. Shoulders are still staying open, knees tracking forwards. Beautiful. Good work. Just starting to get a little bit of energy going through the thighs, through the bottom. So again, push through the heels as you come back up. Still keeping those knees tracking over your second toe. Brilliant. Good, and coming back up. So what I might get you to do now is to turn to face into the middle of the room, just because we're going to do some exercises here in standing. So we're going to start off just thinking about a little weight transfer with our stepping. So I want you to take all the weight into your left leg first. And then I want you to rock the weight forwards towards the front of the foot. And you might feel that we're quite active again through the thigh, or through the front of the shin. And then I want you to bring that weight into the heel. So we should feel then a little bit more of that bottom. So I want you to keep that weight into that left heel. Hands are going to come onto the hips. And then we're just going to step forwards with the right leg, transfer the weight forwards, and then come back into that heel. So again, stepping into that front foot, and then back into the back heel. So a little weight transfer, bringing the body with you. And then we should start to feel that this bottom then has to work also as we bring the weight forwards. So hips just pointing forwards as we drive. Good. Well done. This time, we're going to take the weight into the front leg, and we're just going to bring the back leg up and then go back into that heel. You can raise your front toes. So we might get that little stretch again. So just be careful again if you feel that that's overstretching. If you don't feel you're able to bring the toes up, it's absolutely fine. So a little step. So again, focusing on your supporting knee. So as you come forwards, make sure the knee and the toes are still staying in line. So just driving forwards. Good. Nice activation. Last one on this side. And then we're going to step to bring both feet back in line again. So again, let's think about bringing the weight over to the right heel. So again, sitting into that heel. And then we're going to bring our left foot in front and just that little weight transfer first. So just allowing that weight to come into the front leg and onto the heel. So hips still driving forwards, folding through that front knee, knee tracking over the second toe. Good. Hopefully that's the floor creaking and not you. Good. And then we're going to take that into a little bit more of our challenge. So this time we're going to step forwards and raise the back leg, back and lift the toes of the front. So a little weight transfer and coming back. Good. So knees and toes still tracking forwards as we step. Beautiful. Good work. Last one here. And then bringing our feet back into our parallel lines. So we're going to go into our double leg stretch now in standing. So again, we're going to come into a little mini squat to start. And then I want us to float the arms up in front. Think about our springs connecting our ribs to our hips. And we're going to reach the arms overhead and our little circle back in. So lengthening away, keeping those springs connected and circling back. So reach and circle. So your circles will just be as big as you can control the rib cage and not allow your back to arch. Good. Okay, so this time we're going to again have a little bit more of a forward lean. We're going to take one foot out just behind you, so almost into that same sort of position that we were for our stepping. And then we're going to slide that foot and the arms away and then slide it back in. So staying on that same side, reaching. So think about lengthening through the front of the body, but keeping that connection and circling around. So exhaling as we lengthen. Inhale to come back. Good work, guys. Shoulder blades melting down, hips pointing forwards. And again, think about that weight in that supporting heel. So you might start to feel that bottom working already. Good. And we're just allowing some movement through that hip, also opening out through the front of the hip of the leg you're sending away. Last one on this side. Stepping the feet together. Make sure we're back in our little squat, other foot just behind you. And then again, lengthening away, folding back in. So reach and circle. So again, think about that weight into that right heel. Good. Ribs still staying connected as we circle the arms. Exhaling and inhaling back in. Beautiful. Good. Last two. Well done. And then we're coming back up. Okay, so we're going to take that into now just a little standing cat stretch. So I'll stand side on again just so you can see the movement. So we're going to first of all just do the top of a roll down. So we're going to again peel down. So chin sinking down to the chest. And I want you just to slide your hands down your thighs as we curl through the upper back. And then just rest them just above your knees. And then from there, I want you to think about sending your tailbone away. So really lifting and opening out. And then we're going to scoop under, again, using those tummy muscles to round you and look towards your knees. And then again, we're going to send the tail away and start to look just ahead of you, opening out again through the front of the body. So a little curl and scoop in, a little round through the low back. So just allowing that movement through our low backs. So again, just working within the range that you feel you can control as you round. Good. Well done. Good. And then again, we're going to send the tail away, and then we're going to tuck under, and I want you to start to slide your hands up your legs and curl all the way up, nice and tall. Draw the shoulders down. Good work. Okay, so we're going to come down now onto our mats. So we're going to be using our ball as our head support. So again, if you want to just bring one knee down, you're going to pop your ball just underneath your head, and your heads will be facing again to the outside of the room. So just make sure again your ball's just underneath your head, not underneath the neck. So we're going to start off here just with some nice neck rolls. So just take a moment to check we're in our nice parallel lines through the legs. If you want to use your diamond again, just to check your nice neutral pelvis. Still opening out through the collarbones, melting the rib cage into the mat underneath you. And just thinking again about that center and keeping that center engaged. We're just going to roll the head from side to side again, just freeing up through the neck, and the ball will move with you, so just allow that nice free movement just to open up nicely through the neck. So as you're doing this lovely movement through the head, still just focus again on making sure we're getting that nice engagement through our core as you were taught, just to make sure we're getting a good activation before we start to move. So bringing the head back into the midline. Again, we're going to send the ball away from you as though we're opening out through the back of the neck and then release to come back. So lengthening away, almost getting our little chin tuck, and then coming back in. So reaching away and folding back in. Good work. So just allowing a little bit of activation through those muscles there in the front of the neck. Good. Well done. Last one there. And then folding back down. Okay,